So hey guys, Sumit this side, and I'm back with another video for you guys on the topic of how you can get your first SMMA client and how I got my first SMMA client. So today I'm going to discuss that over here. So before starting, I have three things that you need to know or you need to have in mind before doing the outreach or before signing your first client, right? So the first thing is show up, right? So I'm gonna just write it down over here real quick. So just show up, okay? So you need to show up daily, right? You cannot think that I'm doing it today and later 2 to 3 days I'm gonna not gonna do this, and after a couple of weeks you again starting doing the outreach. So that will not work out, right? The reason for that, you need to be consistent, okay? If you're just starting out, you need don't know how to reach out. Okay, so you don't know where to reach out, you don't know what offer you can have in place. So in that manner, the first thing you're gonna do is that show up daily, learn every each day. Okay, so in that manner, what you can get the next time you show up, doing the consistent show up for a month, the next couple of months will be easy for you. You know, get to know the structure, how it gonna work, and everything will be just as easy uh, as it looks like, right? So, at the first place, I just wanted to let you know that show up every day. If you're just doing 10 outreach, just do 10 outreach each day. It doesn't matter what day it is, if you're weak, if you're not in a good mood, but show up every day. That where consistency is provided. Okay, so when I started, I was not into the affiliate thing or any other thing, but I really love the concept of SMMA. So once the day I got started, I was really curious about this business model, right? I was really keen to know that how it operates, how beneficial it is, and how we can get some money out of it, right? So before that, I don't have any biggest offer. Okay, I just started out learning from YouTube as well as from the small YouTubers, from the biggest YouTuber just like Charlie Morgan and many other. So I really admire Charlie Morgan. The reason for that, he's I would say his concepts, his structures are really simplified in a way that you can just can't ignore those things. So the first thing is the show up. The next thing is be consistent, whatever you have in place, right? So be consistent. Do 10 outreach in three of the platforms. I would say on LinkedIn first, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Just do 30 outreach, but be consistent on what you have. The next thing is that crafting your offer, right? So crafting your offer. So how you gonna craft your offer, right? The moment you start, you don't know what to pitch, right? You don't know how to talk to them. You don't know what to say. So in that manner, what you can do is that learn, right? There is enormous way you can learn from, and the first thing is that use ChatGPT. Okay, the reason I'm saying use ChatGPT is that do some research on crafting your offer, right? As I just say that if you're in a real estate niche, right? Or yeah, if you're in a real estate niche, that people from real estate niche are looking for buyers and sellers first thing, right? Their top priorities are getting more buyers and sellers, but look for which profitable it is, right? If it's the buyer one or the seller one, where do they get the best commission from? Do they get commission from selling a house or buying a house for their clients? So in that manner, you can just look for few small things that you can include on your offer, right? So always remember, never mention two things, just like the that you do Facebook ads, right? Never mention this thing that you do Facebook ads. Never use this term on your sales pitch or on your offer. Okay, so never use this. The reason for that, every day they are getting pitched with the same thing, just like the Facebook ads, but it doesn't matter to them, just like you are some other agencies working and operating and offering the same thing, just like other agencies in that place. So never craft your offer around the Facebook ad concept, or I would say money back guarantee. Okay? So never do this as well. So never use the term money back, or I would say that never use the term pay per result. These are the few terms that you never gonna include in your offer. The reason for that, uh, whenever people look at these things, just like Facebook ad, money back, paper result, that in their mind there is a concept that this guy gonna pitch me right away, right? There is a sales pitch, and this guy gonna sell me something. So what it creates is a resistance between you and the client, right? You and the person you're pitching out. So never use these terms whenever you're pitching someone, okay? And the third thing is that never ever just try to pitch directly, okay? Never pitch directly, right? The reason I'm saying this is that whenever you pitch someone directly, at the very moment there that create a resistance that this guy have something to sell, okay? Now they know your offer. Now what they're gonna do is that keep you on their request folder or don't accept your proposal or whatever it is, but they're not gonna respond. The response rate will be really low, okay? So that's the reason. So you never pitch directly. So let's revise it. Show up daily. Okay. The first thing is showing up daily. Show up daily. Be consistent what you have. Be consistent with the outreach. Find enormous ways to do the outreach so you don't get bored. The second thing is that crafting your offer, right? Crafting your offer means don't use the terms just like Facebook ads, money back, or paper result. That will never work for you. And the third thing is that never pitch directly. Okay. So whenever you pitch directly, that creates a resistance. People gonna just move you out of the inbox. So they're not gonna respond, or they just say, hey, just fuck off. I don't want to work with you, or they don't want your service. So let's come to the point that how to get your first SMM client, right? So I'm gonna just mention that the first point is doing outreach, which is outreach. Okay, so doing outreach. So how you can do outreach in a manner that you get responses. Okay, so start with around 200 outreach, or I would say 150 minimum. So let me just write it down. 150 outreach minimum. Okay, so the reason I say 150 is that there are three platforms which is used widely, just like FB. Okay. The next one is LinkedIn. The next one is IG. Okay. So these are the three platforms where you do on outreach. So suppose that if you just do take Facebook and you did 50 outreach on Facebook, which is limited, right? And the next you did on IG is 50 outreach. And the next you're gonna do on LinkedIn is that 50 outreach. Oh, sorry, 50 outreach. Okay. So that's the reason I say whenever you're starting with, just do 150 outreach minimum. You can do 300 to 500 according to your offer, but to test out your offer, just do 150 outreach minimum. So here's Facebook, LinkedIn, and IG, but there is two common terms, which is Facebook and LinkedIn. So in that manner, what or you can do is that on Facebook, exactly, you cannot do enormous number of outreach, but what you can do is that on Facebook, do 10 outreach and wait, right? Just do 10 outreach and wait. Just move out to LinkedIn and do 10 outreach and wait for 30 to 45 minutes, right? And then again come back to Facebook and again do 10 outreach, then move to LinkedIn to do your next 10 outreach. So in that manner, you need to break down your time between the outreach in Facebook and LinkedIn. Just because it's a meta platform and Facebook doesn't like people spamming out there. So that's the reason you can just do 50, 50, 50, which is 150 outreach minimum a day. Make sense? So this is the next thing doing outreach. Okay. So let's move on to with the offer you can provide. So if you're doing Facebook ads, so never mention Facebook ads or or anything like that. The reason I'm telling that, the moment you mention Facebook as I just mentioned above, people gonna just stop you from there. So what you gonna do for getting their attention is that first, get to get the end goal, right? So just pitch their end goal, what they're gonna get. If you're in a real estate niche, right? So they want sellers and buyers. Okay. So how you gonna pitch them? So let me just quickly craft a message for you, just like, hey, John, I just saw that you are in real estate. Well, let me short it down, real estate. Okay. And I really wanted to reach out to you personally. So here's the first line. The next line you go that, would you be open to 10 to 15 buyers and seller calls in your calendar? Question mark. So this is the offer. This is a icebreaker, right? This is the offer, one line offer. So here you can see I haven't pitched any of the Facebook ads or what I do, how the CRM works. Never mention that, right? Never mention that. So here people gonna think, hey, this guy is talking about 10 to 15 buyers and seller calls in my calendar. There is something to talk about, right? The next moment we have a call to action, which is must, right? So you can just write something like, uh, would you like to have a quick chat? So here you can see there's an offer, right? This complete thing is an offer. Hey John, I just saw you are on a real estate and I really wanted to reach out to you personally. So the reason you are using this particular term, wanted to reach out to you personally, that the prospect sees that, hey, this guy is looking for me, right? This guy want to talk to me, so that's why he reached out to me personally. Okay. And the next thing is that you craft your offer, that, would you be open to 10 to 15 buyers and seller calls in a calendar? Would you like to have a quick chat? So this is call to action. This is simple, which I used to use earlier, and this had a great response on my end as well, right? As I just said, if you're just doing 5 outreach and waiting for someone to respond with a yes, that doesn't work. But if you are doing 200 to 300 outreach and people gonna just respond to you with this outreach script I given you real quick, right? So the first thing is doing outreach, 150 outreach minimum. So the next thing is never mention Facebook ad or anything like that. Get their end goal, sellers, which is sellers and buyers. Okay. So the next thing is that I crafted an offer for you. And the moment they respond to you, okay, the moment they reply with a yes, they reply with a yes, don't ever just tell the whole thing, or if they reply with yes, or how it works, or uh, tell me, tell me more about it. So whenever they reply with just yes or how it works, tell me more about it, or the one things they reply with is that what is the cost, right? So the moment they reply with these things, that you never explode what you have, right? So you can just say that, hey John, basically, uh, just look for their what areas they are servicing in on operating. And if they're in Texas, so you can just say, hey, basically, there is wide open, wide open bias. Sorry for that, bias, yeah, bias, and sellers in Texas are looking for a realtor. So the next moment you type this, just put enter. Would you be, would you like to assist them? Right. So the moment they reply with yes or how it works, tell me more about it. What is the cost? Hey John, basically there is a wide open bias and sellers in Texas are looking for a realtor. Right. So they know, they're gonna know that you guys have something who are actually looking for a realtor. So once they reply with, would you like to assist them? The next moment you're gonna start with, hey, would you be open or would you be opposed to a quick Zoom call so I can just walk you through the process and how the system works, so you can have a brief understanding of what exactly it looks like, and that very moment you can just decide whether it's a good fit for you or not. Right. So in that manner, what you are doing is that you are giving authority to them to decide whether it's a good fit for them or not. So the very moment when you say these lines, that means people gonna in their mind people think that right, this guy is not selling me. This guy is just consulting me that whether it's a good for fit for me or not. So that moment you need to pitch the meeting, not the offer, not what you have, right? So these are the few things you need to consider while doing the outreach, okay, and converting the outreach into booked meetings. So once you start booking meetings, you have the probability to close them and get your first client, right? There is a whole lot of things. Just comment down below so I can just with a particular topic or whatever you have in your mind, so I can just create a video according to that and just walk you through the process as well, right? And the next thing is that yeah, so would you like to assist them, so in that manner. And the next thing is that here I'm gonna just look at it. So whenever they ask for what is the cost, so never mention the cost on call. At that very moment you're gonna lose that appointment or the sale, so never mention that, right? So, guys, this was it from me, my side, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, just put a thumbs up. So, in that manner, you can encourage me making such videos. And if you have any questions, just put down in the comment section, so I can just assist you with that. Right. So, till then, keep doing outreach, be focused, and whatever I have mentioned, just focus on those things. And I have given the framework with the example of a realtor. You can just include with according to your niche. So in that manner, you can implement it and get the best result out of it. So till then, have a great one and wish you very best luck with your SMO journey. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Till then, have a good time.